Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. With me today I have John from Shifties.
Hey, how are you?
Good mate, how are you?
Very good, very good. Thanks for your time.
Oh, of course, it's a pleasure to have you here. It really is a pleasure to have you
Cheers.
here. We are broadcasting today from the Hustle Room because we have a guest that has taken up residency for this morning, at least in the Goat Room where we normally broadcast from. So, John, you came to Creative Cubes in a very unique way.
Brilliant way.
I think it was brilliant. We put out a pitch night early on, and thanks to our friends at MYOB and Startup Victoria, we put together a pitch night where we actually had 45 applicants. I'm not sure if you know the intimacy of it. We have 45 applicants that applied to pitch for 12 months rent-free. During the process, myself and MYOB and Startup Victoria, we curated it down to 12 businesses.
Yep.
And it wasn't a single decision; it was a unanimous decision. And we were graced with your presence on stage that night, where you delivered everything about Shifties. Do you want to just tell the audience a little bit more about what Shifties is?
Sure. So there's a lot of products out in the business environment that help businesses try and schedule staff and manage rosters and do that sort of thing. We've got a bit of a twist on it. We think that the employment market is changing quite significantly. There's a lot more part-time and shift workers working in industries now than was there many years before.
Sure.
So there's a bit of a gap between what HR solutions are out there to manage that, and what people use and the number of people that are using them.
Yep.
So what we do is we try and help businesses manage that load for planning and communicating schedules to staff. But the secret sauce for us is that we have staff co-plan shifts with their employers. So they get an opportunity to say what shifts they'd like to work. It's like a red, amber, green sort of traffic light scenario.
Right.
And that way you've got a better opportunity to create some work-life balance for people who are scheduled to work odd hours and out of hours. So if you're scheduled to carry the oranges on at halftime for sports club on a Saturday, rather than actually say you don't want to work that shift, you can flag it as being you prefer to swap it. And then we provide the smarts in the background to build schedules around EBAs, fatigue planning, that sort of stuff, and also bias those shifts with people's preferences. And then we communicate it back out to everybody and manage it within that one sort of desk. So that's what we do.
Amazing, right? I liked it because you're taking a lot of manpower out of and simplifying it with equation.
Yep.
That's why I fell in love with it, and I think the other judges felt the same way, really. So you've pitched, you've won 12 months rent-free here at Creative Cubes. Firstly, how's your experience been?
Well, okay, so shout out to yourselves, StartUpVIC and MYOB for creating the opportunity.
Sure.
Shifties is not a new business, we're sort of 12 months old now.
Right.
We've been working out of another space in the city with Blue Chili, who are an accelerator that we partner with. But I dig it here. It's really funky, right? It's I don't want to oversell it, but it's almost like being in a hotel rather than in a more traditional workspace, shall we say? It's cool, and I've never worked in Cremorne and in Richmond at this side of town, so it's kind of cool to see what's around, what people are doing. I can't grow a beard, I don't have enough tattoos to fit that traditional sort of startup mold, right? But I dig it. You get that vibe, and just even walking from the station to come in. It's you can see people like to be a little bit off centre. They're not part of that mould, and that's what startups need to do, right? Is create a bit of hustle and look at things in different ways. So 100%. I think that's a good thing.
Most importantly to me, beyond trying to tell me how great it is, are you happy? That's all that matters.
Love it.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
Shifting gears.
Beautiful.
See what I did there? What's the future? What are you guys up to?
Okay, so this week we were lucky enough to get a grant from New South Wales Government to help us with our MVP development.
Great.
So we're building MVP. We've got our engine and the tools that help us manage the math behind how we build those shifts.
Yep.
But the front end is not very pretty at the moment.
Okay.
So we're working with that grant to start the next set of sprints to get that work done. So
Awesome.
it's been a very good week.
And you're deploying with some customers.
We're working with some large government employers at the moment.
Great.
And they've got,
That'd be like the core, like in terms of target. Government trying to work shifts out for their staff.
So Shifties being sort of 12 months old, our product market fit journey has been reasonably long as well and quite complicated. We originally looked at pitching into cafes and restaurants and things. We thought that would be a good market to work in. So the 20 to 30 staff, and for one person to manage that, that's quite a challenge. But it's a difficult place to sell into. Very thin margins, and they're not really interested in doing that. So we found that we needed to get into bigger and bigger organisations. So we're looking 100 plus staff, but ideally 1,000 plus staff.
Wow.
And that's the scope of these businesses, is to plan into that space.
So are you looking for new customers at the moment, or are you just trying to get through the MVP and sort of beta?
Look, we'd be happy to partner with another organisation to be interested in working with us on that MVP journey. So if there's people out there, right?
I will like I always do, I will drop John and Shifty's details into the link below, or the comment section below. Feel free to reach out. We'll link you LinkedIn, website and all that. You'll give me those credentials. I'll drop them in after. Talk to me. You're also involved on the side, or is it part of core with Silicon Beach?
So one of the important things to do when you're involved in startup land is to share that journey with people and help give back and connect other people in the community. So I went to a couple of Silicon Beach, Melbourne meetups. They're super informal. They're there for early stage founders. So for anyone who's doing that early stage journey, or you're thinking about it, or even thinking of working in the startup space, I'd encourage you to go along to the meetups there. You'll find the meetup pages online. They're really informal, so it's beer in a hand. There's a small stage, you can get up and pitch. It's a 90-second pitch, so it's nothing long. And we don't even want slide decks, we just want people to talk about it. So and then it's about talking with other people. And one of the things I do there is greet people, make them feel comfortable about doing this sort of thing. And you meet the most amazing number of businesses, and all of a sudden you start joining dots. I know a guy who's doing this, or there's someone else who's in that field or whatever. And it just builds that network up, and it helps feed the startup scene in Melbourne, make it healthier. Rachel Newman's said before in one of her interviews, that the comment about the rising tide lifts all boats, and I mentioned that at the pitch night too. And I'm a big believer in that. So even if while you're iterating and trying to work on your own business and build that hustle, you never know what doors that opens up. And it just helps everybody in general. And the healthier our startup community is in Melbourne and in Australia, the better off everybody is. So that's what it's about.
Well, I love, so mantra speaking, first, got a lot of love for Rachel Newman. She's an absolute rock star. And we have a nice relationship, and I'm really grateful every time she comes and resides here every now and again. Hopefully she'll be here more often. But the rising of the tide helps all boats. That's really who we are at Core, Creative Cubes. I don't know if you could use the word successful, because I feel like I'm just on first base. But I've been up the mountain a bunch of times and had a couple of exciting exits. And really, for me, I wanted to come back down the mountain. And Georgia Beatty, actually from StartUpVIC, also says, send down the elevator. And so for me here at Creative Cubes, exactly what I'm articulating here with John is that we want to help all businesses grow and thrive, and we want to create a community here that enables the right people to connect with the right people, not rat bags and the right person. So we're all about that. That really rings true to me. This is a really, really exciting business. We only gave away 9 seats out of 45. John crushed it. Shifties is I'm excited about what you're going to do. I'm excited about where you will go. and you have my unconditional support and anything that we can do here to support you at Creative Cubes. I love having you in the building. There's an extra energy when you're here, and so keep hustling, man.
Thanks, man. Absolutely.
All right, we have got an exciting guest on Monday. Really, really exciting. She's a cool, funky girl that's got a lot to do with what you see here in the building. So join us on Monday. This is the awkward part of the segment. There's a lot of people that think that I've got a whole film crew behind here.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I've got thousands of people watching, but I've only got me and the iPad. So John's going to sit here. He may crack a joke or two. Don't feel obligated. While I go around and switch off. Tune in. Thanks for tuning in today, John. Good luck.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
See you guys.
All right. It's true startup, isn't it, when you have to do everything yourself?
True hustle.
Thanks, guys.